The
Put your
late
hands behind your
afternoon
back.
sun washed over the calm streets of Silverbrook Heights, a quiet coastal neighborhood where sprinklers whispered across green lawns and the breeze carried the scent of blooming jasmine. But beneath that peace, danger was walking straight toward one woman who wanted nothing more than a quiet life. Maya Ellison, 33, knelt beside her freshly planted rose bushes, hands deep in the cool soil. After years of living in chaotic Los Angeles, Silverbrook was supposed to be a new beginning, a sanctuary. Her husband, Adrian, had insisted she needed calm. He worked in federal intelligence, a man whose job constantly threw him into danger, and he wanted his wife far away from it. Maya adjusted her floppy sun hat and wiped her brow, unaware that her peaceful afternoon was seconds away from erupting into a nightmare. Boots crunched over the gravel. She turned and froze. Officer Trent Halherd, broad-shouldered, mid-40s, with a reputation in town that everyone whispered about but nobody challenged, stood at the edge of her lawn. His uniform strained against his frame, and his eyes held the kind of entitlement that made Maya's pulse spike. "Afternoon," he muttered, scanning her from head to toe. "Good afternoon, officer. Something I can help you with?" Maya asked calmly. Halford stepped closer, too close. "You new folks think you can just move in here and go unnoticed," he said, smirking. "Big house, nice garden, expensive car. Makes a man wonder what you do to afford all this."
Put your hands behind your back.
"My husband and I work hard, that's all." "Mm-hmm." He tilted his head, letting his gaze linger in the way that made her skin crawl. "A woman like you, home alone all day? I'm sure the neighbors notice." Maya swallowed hard. "If there's no issue, I'd like to finish my gardening." Halford's smile vanished, as if her refusal lit a fuse he'd been waiting to strike. "Careful," he said softly. "A woman who isn't friendly to police can get into a lot of trouble in this town." Maya stood now, meeting him eye to eye. "Officer, please leave." Her voice cracked, not with fear, but with the effort it took to remain civil. But Halford wasn't looking for civility. He stepped closer. "Or maybe we could work out a little arrangement. Something to keep your record clean." Maya's breath caught in her throat. "That's illegal," she said firmly, "and I will not tolerate it." The officer's face hardened with instant fury. "Oh, is that right?" he sneered. "Then consider yourself officially suspicious." He grabbed his radio, mumbling something she couldn't hear, but his tone made her heart stop. Within minutes, he returned with fake authority in his voice. "Ma'am, you're being detained for questioning. Hands behind your back." "What? For what?" she demanded. "Illicit activity. We've had reports." There were no reports. He had created a lie, and now he was ready to enforce it. Maya
your hands
took
behind
one
your
step
back.
back, a natural, instinctive step, and Halford pounced. "Stop resisting," he yelled, loud enough for neighbors to hear. His hands clamped around her wrists with crushing force. He pushed her against the cruiser, her cheek meeting scorching metal. Her blouse stretched and tore at the shoulder as she gasped. This wasn't an arrest. It was punishment for not obeying him. Neighbors slowly peeked out from behind blinds, unsure of what they were witnessing. A disturbance or a legitimate arrest? Halford cuffed her painfully, smirking as she struggled to breathe. "You should have been nicer," he murmured. And then he dragged her to the back of his cruiser like she was nothing. The precinct was a maze of fluorescent lights and stale air. Halford pushed Maya forward, announcing loudly, "Got a hostile suspect, refusing to identify herself." Maya lifted her chin. My name is Maya Ellison. I live at 19 Seaside Lane. I was at home gardening when this officer harassed and detained me. Officers glanced between them, unsure. Halford's jaw twitched. Put her in holding, the sergeant said reluctantly, too tired to question the veteran officer, too used to following protocol over truth.
Put your hands behind your back.
Fingerprinted, photographed, and locked in a cold, metallic cell. She sat alone on the bench, torn shirt hanging loosely, wrists throbbing. Fear pressed against her ribs. But beneath it, something fierce began to burn. Adrian. He'll come for me. He'll tear down every wall in this building to find me. Adrian stepped out of a meeting when his smartwatch buzzed. GPS alert. Maya's device detected at Silverbrook Police Department. He froze. Then, the dread hit him like a truck. He called Maya's phone. No answer. He called the local precinct. They denied having her. A lethal calm settled over him. He grabbed his badge, grabbed his jacket, and drove like a storm ready to break the sky. Halford entered Maya's cell, arms crossed smugly. Ready to cooperate yet? Maya glared at him. My husband. Your husband ain't saving you here, Halford laughed. The door behind him opened. The laughter died instantly. Adrian Ellison stood there, tall, sharp suit, federal badge in hand, eyes burning with the fury the entire room could feel. Unlock her. Now, Adrian said coldly.
Put your hands behind your back.
His soul left his body. Sir, Now. Keys rattled. Cuffs clicked open. Maya stumbled forward into Adrian's arms. He held her close, eyes scanning the marks on her wrists. Then he looked up at Halford, and the silence itself recoiled. You touched my wife, Adrian said quietly. And now you'll answer for everything you did. Within minutes, Adrian seized the body cam footage. Internal Affairs was summoned. Halford was disarmed, suspended, and isolated. Federal prosecutors arrived. Halford watched his entire life implode in real time. He sputtered excuses, lies, denials. None survived the footage. The camera saw everything, and everything was enough.
Put your hands behind your back.
Exploded with the story. Officer accused of fabricating charges against FBI captain's wife. Maya spoke publicly, not as a victim, but as a voice for accountability. She became a symbol, quiet, dignified, unbreakable. Halford faced charges for false imprisonment, abuse of authority, civil rights violations, assault under color of law. And for once, the system didn't bend in favor of the badge. It bent toward justice. Months later, Maya stood outside her home, the same garden where everything began, now filled with fresh lavender. Adrian stepped beside her, slipping his arm around her shoulders. You sure you're okay? He asked softly. Maya nodded. I'm not just okay, she said. I'm stronger and louder, and I'm not done speaking. She turned to the camera, her voice calm but powerful. Let this be a reminder. Power abused is power that will be taken, and truth always finds its voice. If this story moved you, like the video. Subscribe to True Voices Revealed. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Comment your thoughts or experiences below. Your voice matters more than you think.